Hey there, I'm Kimberly, ADHD mom of 3, entrepreneur, and your guide to the beautiful, messy journey of life. If you're a busy mom juggling it all, a woman in business trying to make it work, or just a woman looking for a space to grow and thrive, you're in the right place. This is the podcast where imperfection is celebrated and authentically is everything. Let's get started. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my Amazing, Beautiful You podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys are probably wondering where the heck I have been. I have been MIA, and you know what? I got a lot to catch you all up on. A lot has happened in this last month that I'm just blown away. I can't even begin to tell you. So I'm excited. So be sure to check out my next podcast, and we're going to talk about change. There's a lot of change happening, and I'm excited for you guys just to hear just the amount of change that I went through. But if you are a mom, a wife, or you are a young lady, then I encourage you to join in and listen. This podcast is not perfect, and that's the way I like it. I like it to be authentically ourselves, raw, beautiful, and who we are. But today I have a special guest with me. Her name is EmilyMae. She's my niece.
Hi.
She's 11 years old, and she's coming all the way from Marana, Arizona, and she's visiting for a couple weeks, and she wanted to do a podcast with me. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to have, a kid on my podcast and be my guest. And so we're going to talk about, EmilyMae, what was that title you came up with?
An insight to a kid's mind.
Yeah, she came up with the title. An insight to a kid's mind. And so today we're going to ask EmilyMae some questions that, we can all learn from. I always say, and I've spoken like this in past podcasts, that we can learn a lot from kids. We can learn about, just listening to them. We can walk away with just a wealth of information. And that's one of my biggest things. I love listening to kids talk, and I love learning from them. So, with EmilyMae, she's helped write some questions, and I'm going to read them, and we're going to interview my niece. So, hey, EmilyMae, are you ready? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So our first question, she wanted to put this one down. How do you think I can expand my company?
I think you could try to do maybe if you could try to do ads.
What kind of ads?
There's different types of ads.
Should I do online marketing? Should I do print marketing? Should I host more parties and events?
I think online, or I feel like parties and events are kind of draws in people maybe.
Yeah. What is your favorite product from my shop?
Ooh, that's a tough choice because there's a lot of them. This shower steamers smell really good, but also I like the what are they called? The little the cotton things for the dryer.
The dryer balls?
Dryer balls, I like them because they're little animals, like the little pig and the
Is that pig one your favorite?
Yeah, I like the pig
That
one.
pig one's so cute. What else do you think I should add to my store to sell?
I think maybe deodorants, lotions. I think you were planning on doing lotions and body scrubs.
What about some pet products? You think those would be good?
Like pet products, like some doggy balm for their paws, or for their noses. Yeah, dog products would be cute. Maybe dog soap, dog shampoo.
It's a smart one. So if they need baths, give them some dog shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah, I feel like that would be I feel like that would help to expand the company.
No, that's a good idea. And everybody loves their doggies, and their kitties.
A lot of people have a lot of pets.
We have 3. You guys all know that I have three puppies and 3 doggies, and I have 2 cats and lots of chickens and ducks. So maybe I can have something for chickens too.
Oh yeah, you could
Gotta
do,
come up with something for that.
chicken boots.
Chicken boots.
Little chicken boots.
We'll sew some chicken boots. So this is a good one that EmilyMae wrote that I really like. What is three things adults should know for parenting? If you can give us parenting advice on to being a good parent, what are three things that you would want to give to parents out there that are listening?
So starting for like parenting, some parents think that like being really like mean or like hitting your kids will help them learn. But honestly, in the long run, that won't be good for them. It like I'm not saying do soft parenting because soft parenting does sometimes lead to some brats,
Some bad
some bad
behaviors, not
behaviors.
making good choices.
But also very bad parenting can also lead to like anxiety in the long run. It could be pretty bad for like a kid's mental health in the long run. So there's like some parenting advice.
What is the second thing that parents should know that you would want us to do better? If we are to be better parents, what are some things that we can do to be better parents?
Um,
What's the second thing?
I kind of like I don't like it when parents are like always so some parents are really supportive about grades. Some parents are like, you need to do better. Um, I don't really like that because like, did you get perfect grades when you were a kid?
No.
Yeah, like not everybody's perfect. You're gonna get an F sometimes. You're not always gonna get A's, straight A's. So I think maybe being more supportive about grades and stuff like that at school, because some kids, I know some kids in my that were in my class because I'm in summer break right now, but some kids that were in my class that whenever they even got like a B or C, they would freak out because they knew their parents were going to be mad. That kids should know that no matter what grade they get, they should go home and show their parents without being afraid to show them.
I agree. I didn't get good grades growing up. I got really bad grades and I struggled in school. And school was not easy for me. And so when I would take tests, I got test anxiety and I would get like C's and D's and F's on my grades. So if I was looking back at my report cards with your Uncle Mark, and my mom had kept all my report cards, EmilyMae, from kindergarten all the way through high school. Can you imagine your mom keeping report cards from kindergarten all the way through high school?
That's
Guess what?
crazy.
My mom did. And we looked through the grades and I didn't do very well. Like it was sad and I worked hard and there was many nights that I would be crying trying to do my homework because I thought I was disappointing my parents.
Yeah, I don't like, so some people are better at math than English. I'm at one point, I was better at math than English, but now, because I feel like before fourth grade, all of our English teachers were kind of mean. And in fourth grade, we had the most amazing teacher. She was just so nice. Like she wouldn't force kids to come to her study hall or whatever you call it. We call it um now I'm having a brain fart. We call it student hours. She wouldn't force kids to do that if like they weren't able to.
Mm-hmm.
Um She said if you want to, you can come. Like she was just amazing. And then the year before this, we had fifth grade and school year. We had fifth grade and we had this teacher. So originally we were gonna have this one teacher, and all the other fifth graders before us when I was in fourth grade were like, she's mean. And I'm like, come on, she can't be that bad. But then I actually saw her and she was kind of mean. But then over the summer before fifth grade, she ended up quitting. So then we got substitutes, a lot of substitutes. And then we got one substitute. Her name was Miss Peterson. Um, and so this one, we loved her. She was amazing. And she started just staying there for like she started substituting for like almost like a month. Um, and then one kid started a petition to make her become our actual teacher, and it got over 100 signatures
Wow.
in that like multiple pieces of paper with a ton of signatures. Like, and then she ended up telling us one day that she was like, I have bad news and good news. What do you want to hear first? And we're like, bad news. And she's like, I'm not going to be your substitute anymore. And everybody was so sad. And then she said, I'm going to be your
Permanent?
permanent teacher. And everybody was so happy. It was just so amazing.
That's so cool. What is one more thing that you feel like adults should know about parenting?
Hmm. So I always see parents like when kids are eating and parents are like, you have to eat this. I don't care if you don't like it or not, you have to eat it. And I'm like over here like, I don't like that because like with me, I have some textures of food that I don't like. That like some kids might have textures that they don't like of food, and
Mhm.
parents just forcing them to eat it. That's
Do you feel like that parents should still allow them to try it? Like
yeah, I feel like
offering them different things to try so they can expand their palate?
yeah, like I feel like at least having the kid try it once. And if they like it, then they can keep eating it. If they don't like it, then that's okay. That's how my parents were. They're like, as long as you at least try it. And so I feel like that'll also like help expand your palate, especially because like when I was little, my parents are always like, you have to at least try it. And now I have a really big palate. Like I love fish, I love seafood, I love seaweed. I love a bunch of stuff.
She's a good eater. She likes everything.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a child that's not picky about food because Ellie is very picky and Calvin was kind of eh. And so it's just nice having a child that likes to eat all my cooking and all my stuff that I make and not complain about it. That has been a plus when you've been here. I'm like, it's been nice.
I love her cooking. It's amazing.
Yeah. Let's see. We'll break it up. What is your favorite candy?
Ooh. Hmm. So one thing about me, I don't like chocolate. It's kind of weird, but like
I
I
know,
just don't
she's
like it.
weird.
Hey.
I like chocolate.
I mean, I like some chocolates. I like chocolate, like
Do you
those
like white
chocolates.
chocolate?
I love white chocolate. I don't like the dark chocolate. Milk chocolate's okay. I don't like Hershey's.
Do you like white chocolate?
White
Okay.
chocolate's good. I don't like Kit Kat. Kit Kat's just kind of
So
weird.
then what's your favorite candy?
I would have to go with like white chocolate with raspberries in it.
That sounds
So
good.
good.
That sounds good.
I don't know the exact brand or name of it right now. I can't think of it at the top of my head, but that would probably be one of my favorites.
Very cool. What is your favorite Bible verse?
Hmm. There's a lot. There's a few that I have at the top of my head,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like this one, even though it's kind of like an original one that like everybody, like basically everybody knows it, John 3:16, because I feel like it's the most like I feel like it's one of the most powerful Bible verses.
Well, what is it?
It's like
What is the Bible verse? What is John
so John
3:16?
3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, for whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. That one I feel like is like a really powerful one. It's like it's like if you have only that Bible verse memorized, you would still be able to fight some wars with God with that verse. Because as long as you know that he is God and that he's with you, you'll
Mhm.
be fine. I
You could
mean,
fight all those battles with all the battles that Satan's trying to get into you and all the ugliness in the world. You can always go back that for God so loved the world that he did what? He gave his
His he
son,
gave his
his
son to die
only
on the
son, to
cross.
die on the cross.
And
Why? Why did his son die on the cross?
so we could have eternal life.
Yeah, so we can live eternally through
Well,
him.
one thing that I always get like so like confused about is that because like some people, so it's basically God die, God giving his son to die for us on the cross is basically like if you were walking on the street and a car came by and you didn't see it and it was about to hit you and somebody pushed you out of the way and
Mhm.
died for you because he pushed you out of the way, you would want to be really thankful to that person, wouldn't you? But there's people that hate God, despise God. Like why? He
His
gave
son,
his
he gave
son
his
to
only
die for
son.
you.
Very insightful. I've never looked at it that way. Very good example for that. Um, what are 5 things kids do better than grown-ups? This is
Ooh.
gonna be a good one, you guys. She's gonna get us good. Probably cartwheels at this point, because I don't know if I can even do cartwheels at my age. I barely can hop upstairs.
So, I know like some, so embarrassment. Adults and like kids like older, like even like teenagers, but mainly adults can get embarrassed by things pretty easily. But kids, like I saw this one little girl at the store and a song came on and she looked to her daddy and she was like, "Daddy, I love this song." And she started screaming the song in the middle of the aisle, just like singing along. It was so cute. Um, but like I feel like they don't get embarrassed as easily. Like there's some kids that can throw tantrums in the middle of the aisle at the supermarket and do not care. They're
You know,
just
your
like,
Auntie Kim will just break out and dance in the store if I start hearing music. You do know that. Will I be embarrassing you if I
no.
start shaking my butt and my booty like in the store? Because you know I will. I think I did it when you were with me one time, didn't you?
I
I don't
think you
know.
might have.
I mean, we may have to like go to Hobby Lobby or go some store and I'll have to
But
start shaking my butt in front of you.
yeah, some adults get like embarrassed sometimes. And like I'm talking mainly like so like since it isn't really adult, but like mainly like teenagers, they get embarrassed real easily. Like if
They do.
the parents are like over here like, "I love you, goodbye," and the kids would be like, "No, mom."
I agree. I agree on that one.
And so that's the first one. Second one, creativity. Some adults kind of lose that creative part of their
Mhm.
brain as they grow up.
Why is that, you think?
I feel like because like they're focusing on work and stuff, they
Mhm.
don't really have time to be creative. Like I love people who like do art as a like a job or like a hobby because that keeps their creative part in their mind as they grow older.
So how can we like find time to be creative? Like some people are really good at art. There's other people are maybe really good at music. Maybe they sing and they don't want to sing in front of people. So how do we find time for that? How do we make time to find our creativity?
You could like so creativity is pretty important because like it kind of like shows who you are and like how
Hmm.
you process things. Um, so like I remember when I was like kind of younger, I still kind of do this sometimes when you're in the car and you just look at the road and you just see like a little stick figure walking on the road, kind of hopping on things and stuff. And you you kind of can see the world in a different way. So if adults just take a moment to just sit down or just like just shut off their mind and just look around, you could help that could help the creative flow of the mind. I feel like if they also if like after work and let's say you have kids, okay? If you have kids, just look at your kids, just see how they play, how they think. You could learn a lot from just how you just like
Their
from
creative
you watch
thinking.
them. Yeah. Like some kids process the world in different ways. Some kids are like, "Oh, the world is a mean place." Some people are like, "Ooh, look at that rainbow."
Do you
Um,
like it when Auntie Kim is looking at the clouds and we're trying to pick out shapes?
yeah. So
That was
like
fun.
I even heard this song that it was like, so basically the dad was driving and the dad's like,
Is this a country song?
yeah.
She loves country music.
And the little girl was in the back and the dad's like, "I wish I could be like her." And she's like, "Daddy, what is that person doing?" And stuff like that. Like, why is the rainbow have those colors? What is that? What is this? What is that? Like you just see the world.
Different
While
eyes.
most adults or teenagers are just stuck on their phones all day.
So we should like work on seeing things through a kid's eyes better. I think that might
Yeah.
actually be freeing, so we're not so stressed out all the time. That's why Auntie Kim wants to go put her skates on or go outside and draw or go pick mushrooms or
Yeah.
look at clouds because I like doing that stuff. I keep telling your Uncle Mark he needs to do more of that.
I have three more. Is it three more or two more? How many
Let's
did I
see. I
do?
think we have three more, two more. I don't know. Give
I
us
don't know.
two.
Um,
5 things that kids do better than grown-ups.
hmm. I feel like processing things because people would think no, adults are better because like they have their mind is all like grown up and like they can process things better. But I feel like since kids are like trying to process things for the first time, I feel like they want to process it harder. So they're thinking harder. Like
Hmm.
I know sometimes in math class and we get like equations and I'm over here just trying to like trying to think how to solve it. And I feel like kids process things better.
Do you think they process things differently than adults?
Yeah, I think they process things way differently than adults. Like adults could look at a butterfly and be like, "Oh, there's a butterfly." The a kid could be like, "Ooh, there's a little buggy with wings flying in the air."
Look at all the pretty
Like,
colors and the
look at all
shapes
the
of the
pretty
wings.
colors. Like, I feel like they just kind of like overall just see the world different and like process things different. Like, kind of going back to that imaginary creativity
Hmm.
and like
Imagination.
imagination stuff like that. It's like there's a lot of like little kids when they go to sleep they're like, don't turn off the light, I need a night light because the monster's gonna get me. And like they can see the world differently, like when the lights are turned off sometimes you can like your mind make plays tricks on you and you can see like figures, and even though they're not actually there the kid just processes that as a monster.
They're
So
thinking about it ahead of time.
yeah, and they're kind of just like processing it harder and kind of just seeing, and they're like, there's a monster.
So what about like, um, do you think that kids do better at, you know, asking questions?
I feel like, yeah, because I feel like kids ask more questions when they're younger than once they start growing up. Because adults think like, they're like, oh, I already know this. I don't need
And that
help.
maybe
I'm
they're,
gonna do
I
this.
know for adults, for me, sometimes they're a little scared. They're scared to like ask questions from other adults because they don't want to feel stupid or dumb.
Yeah,
But when you
like
ask questions, what do? You're what?
you grow your
You grow
knowledge.
your knowledge and you're learning, and it's important to ask lots of questions, right? And I feel like you guys do that. So why can't us as adults do it and make it easier?
Yeah, like adults are kind of like, okay, I'm the older one. I shouldn't be asking the questions. I should already know this.
That's why I had her write all the questions. Okay, let's see here. What is a parenting skill you think more parents should use? This will be a
Ooh.
good one.
Okay, so this is the one that I wanted to tell you. But I wanted to save it for the podcast. But
She didn't
so
even tell me.
yeah.
She kept it a secret.
So basically, when like little tongue twister. Little kids are eating and they're like, ew, I don't want this, or something like that. The adults can be like, oh, it's okay. Only big kids eat this anyways. It's okay. You're still too young. I guess you're not a big kid yet. And I did this once with one of my mom's friends' kids because she has like a 6 year old. It's either 6 or 5. Um, and we were eating, and he's like, I don't want my chicken. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. Only big kids eat that. And I made the older one play along because the older one's like 8 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, play along. And then I'm like, oh, it's okay. Only big kids eat that. And she was like, yeah, see, I ate my chicken. Only big kids eat that. And I'm like, it's okay. I guess you're just not a big kid yet. He looked at me dead in the face, like, and grabbed his plate back and started eating his chicken.
You did a little trickery there, huh?
Yeah.
So you're saying that parents should trick their kids?
Well, it's like you want to get them the nutrients so they can like grow. And so I feel like it'll help them. And like even if they just look at it and they're like, ew, that looks bad. I don't want it. And if you say that, I feel like it'll make the kids at least try it.
Mm-hmm.
And if they actually don't like it, then they can actually say that they don't want it.
That's a good one. I'm a big believer, like, and I want you to chime in on this, EmilyMae. But do you think parents listen to their kids enough? Like actually truly listen to them?
No,
Listen to um if they're having a meltdown or if something's not right. Do you think parents actually truly listen to their kids?
no, like this one time we were at IKEA And we were walking around, we saw this parent like, so this one little boy's like, Mommy, I want this. And the mom's like, no. And the little kid's like, but why? And then she's like, because I told you, and grabbed him by the arm, started talking to him.
And she was right
And
in his face.
and the older kid, which looks a little bit older, was like, Mommy, and the mom was like, shut up.
Yeah.
That's like, especially that young. And also, I feel like you should like, I hate it when parents are like, you can't have that. And you're like, but why? And the parents are say because I told you. Like, it doesn't, like, the kid would be like, so like puzzled, like, why won't you let me get this? And if
Mm-hmm.
you don't tell them why, then they're gonna just keep wanting to ask and you'll just get more annoyed. Just tell
You
them
think
why.
that parents don't think that you guys would understand? Like if I were saying, well, just because, that do you think it's because parents don't understand?
Maybe. Like, I feel like if
Or may they think that you're not capable of understanding the reason why? So like if I were to say, EmilyMae, no, we can't get this today, but maybe this is something that we could save money up for and budget it in because we have to stick to our budget.
I
And
feel
if
like,
I were to give an answer like that to you, would that be better
yeah, I feel like,
versus than just saying just because?
yeah, like, I feel like parents say that because they feel like they do have some authority. They have authority over the kids, don't get me wrong, but they
Mhm.
feel like they have
And
all the
kids
power.
still have to respect their parents, but
Yeah, but parents, I feel like they feel like they have the power and they're like, because I already told you so. And they don't, I feel like they don't really process that they're just talking to another person. Like,
mhm,
would you say, like, if one of your coworkers were like, oh, boss, by the way, we need to get this or that for work tomorrow, and and you were like, no, and the coworker was like, but why? And
mhm,
you were like, because.
yep,
Would you actually say that to another adult? I
nope,
don't think so. If you wouldn't say that to another adult, why would you say that to a kid? The kid's
exactly.
basically the same, just younger.
And you're teaching those kids on how to speak. And so many kids today are afraid to speak up about things. And it's sad, and they shouldn't feel like that. I'm a big believer on listening to your kids and letting them speak up.
Yeah, also, like, I feel like if you say that, like, shut up, I feel like in the longer run, when the older kids are like, when the younger kids are trying to hang out with the older kids and the older
Mhm.
kids are getting annoyed, they'll probably start saying shut up
They're
to
going to
their
copy
younger
what their
sibling.
parents are doing.
Yeah, and then this makes no sense. Like if the parents are saying that to the younger kids and the older kids are saying that to the younger kids as well, why do the parents get upset? It's like you're the one teaching them to say that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like you're just setting them up for being rude.
Well, thank you, EmilyMae, for joining us today and get to be on my podcast. EmilyMae has been listening to some of my podcasts while we're in the car and checking out all my videos and stuff. So it's kind of cool that she gets to join us and be a guest on the podcast, Amazing Beautiful You. Make sure you guys are sharing my podcast, share, like, subscribe, send it out to a lot of people, get it out there. Let's make this happen.
Hit
This is a
that
dream.
subscribe button.
Hit it good. And then make sure you jump on for my other podcast, like my second, I don't know what episode I'm on. It's been so long, but the one after this, jump on it so you guys can hear the whole full exclusive story and all the things that have been going on this last month. Whew! Let me just tell you guys, it has been crazy. So be sure to jump on to the next one. Have a great, blessed day, and I will see you at the next podcast. Bye.
Bye.